Hello and welcome to What the Hey, where I'm your regular host of What the Hey, and today on What the Hey, I'm once again answering yet another question. When I go into my magical notebook of knowledge, I see the question of what the hey is Universal Studios Florida? Now this question was asked by Mr. 2007, so hello to you and thank you very much for the question. Now, as far as the basic description is concerned, Universal Studios in Florida is basically known as a theme park that primarily features rides that relate to movies and television. The park officially opened on June 7th of 1990, so it's been operating for a little bit of time. The location for Universal Studios in Florida is clearly Orlando, Florida, so that's where you need to go to get to it. The park is pretty much open year-round, so if you want to check it out, you might be able to go. I'm not exactly sure what the current circumstances with COVID are, but there you go. Now I'm going to go into a list of the different categories for the different rides. There are a bunch, but I'm going to list the main ones. There are rides that are centered around things like Harry Potter, as well as Despicable Me, Revenge of the Mummy, The Incredible Hulk, Jurassic Park, E.T., Spider-Man, The Simpsons, Shrek, Jimmy Fallon, and a lot more. There are sections in the park that are mainly dedicated to things like Dr. Seuss as well as superheroes, Harry Potter, cartoons, and King Kong as well as like dinosaurs. Universal Studios in Florida also has things centered around like food, shows, and entertainment, so it's not just rides. Besides the Universal Studios Florida location, there is also Universal Studios Hollywood, which I believe is out in California. So for this section of the video, I'll go into my different things about Universal Studios in Florida because I've personally gone twice. I think overall my favorite thing about Universal Studios in Florida would be the Hogwarts Express, which is part of like the Harry Potter section. I love the Hogwarts Express. I love like the experience you get when you go on it like to Harry Potter World and going back from it because you get two different experiences. The design of the engine is super cool. It looks like how it would be if like you were in the Harry Potter universe. The only thing I do dislike about it is the wait to get on it because that usually takes a while because the train goes back and forth to the different locations. In terms of my favorite rides, I like Dr. Doom's Fearfall as well as the Rip Ride Rocket. Those two are both really cool. Dr. Doom's Fearfall, instead of just like bringing you to the top and dropping you, it like drops you a little bit and you keep going up and down. That's fun. And then Rip Ride and Rocket, when you first get on it, you literally go straight up like the track, like literally looking up at the sky. So intense the first time I rode it. I also lost a pair of sunglasses on that ride, so if you do bring anything with you on that ride, you'll probably lose it. And then I guess the other main thing that I like about Universal Studios Florida is the interactive wait lines. I think this mainly caters to the Harry Potter section because when you're going through like Hogwarts, that whole ride, it's like you're going through the school, which is super awesome. I think the thing that everyone dislikes about going to theme parks is the waiting lines, so if you can make those fun and interactive for people while they're waiting so they're not getting mad or hot just waiting to get on a ride and get off, that makes it more enjoyable. Some of the waiting lines at Universal Studios are just like TVs with like quizzes and stuff, and that's okay. It doesn't really help when you've seen the quizzes a couple times after waiting a while. But some of them are really cool. One of the main theme parks that a lot of people think of is like Disneyland or Disney World, and kind of the thing I said recently was the waiting lines at Disney are fun and enjoyable, so you're not just standing there waiting to get on a ride. So I think Universal also does a good job with that. But the thing that I think sets Disney and Universal apart is the fact that Universal, a majority of the rides there are on a screen. You're not actually going on a track or anything, which makes my preference for Disney like bigger. I like Disney more than Universal. The screen rides are cool, and like the Harry Potter ones, all done really well, and there are some rides that are on tracks, but for a majority of the time, the ones that you're going on, it's a screen. And some of them are really cool, like the Harry Potter ones are good, the Transformers one is really good. And there are rides at Universal that are on tracks, but Disney has more of like actual roller coaster stuff, and it's just, I feel like cooler in general, so I'm kind of biased, I guess. I prefer Disney over Universal. But that's essentially the answer to the question, so if you have any questions, let me know and I'll get to answering them as soon as I can, so thank you very much for watching. Bye!